Dance only na my fat bitches zikote. Hapana smile shorty yo molly neza niko kote. Friday niko bed Full daddy nifunga bed Andele hapa kuna breast. Mapema ndo best. Mapera sana fika saa 17. Maselo shage ukakwela. Unapenda kuflavor. Unaanza kunisuka na ujui vile kwa bed meudunga. Chuda ni kame ni mbuzi. Bitch alitisha kapata kashtuka. Shigili shembe ten lingwa zote ni lugha. Sambili tisa tasa meshindo kisema unakuja. Kama fera Chunga kama gera viningani. Denga skenya Kijile tutakupenda. Niko magrama Whatever niko maguchi Prada
negro.
Niko zozote Niko sefa Aline mwani niko mafera Chunga kama gera viningani.
Dunga. What's up, family? Karibuni sana to yet another episode, another beautiful Friday of the Pan-African Diary. Karibuni sana. This is the Black Fire Network radio station. To our amazing first-time listeners and viewers from TikTok, on YouTube, and of course on all our social media handles. And for those who are listening to me via the radio station, karibuni sana. I hope you guys have had a beautiful week, and I'm wishing you guys nothing but a beautiful weekend. But welcome to another session of the Pan-African Diary, to where women who understand politics. Yeah. Hashtag women who
understands politics.
And put a period on it. But anyway, karibuni sana. My name is Joby and I'm the captain of the show today. It is exactly 48 minutes past 12 p.m. Would love to hear what is the time on your end, and of course where are you streaming and tuned in with us from, in case this is your first time right here. Karibuni sana. We got Auntie Mado in the building as well.
Yes, what's up beautiful people? Karibuni sana to another episode of the Pan-African Diary show. We are back with more politics and also with more conversations. Karibuni sana once again. My name is Katie, in case you're joining us for the first time, and kindly keep it interactive with us right here. We're going to discuss a lot, and a lot coming from African countries, so keep it interactive with us. Kindly do let us know what you think about the conversations we are going to have right here, and also feel free to send your sentiments, comments, and also you can also send a voice note via our WhatsApp number, which is 0705 428 388 plus 254 705 428 388.
For once, you've not said 0408. You've said exactly what it is. But anyway, karibuni sana. You heard it from Katie. Kindly, for those who are tuned in on YouTube, do smash that like button as you tune in. And in case you've not subscribed to our new channel, which is under Kit Newsam, kindly go do so. In case you've been missing the shows on the StreamYard, we did lose our channel, and it has been given a 2-week strike, and we have a week left. But we're hoping to be coming back. And also for TikTok, we shall be coming back today. So for the Rhythm Scoop show, we shall be on our main TikTok, our Kenyan TikTok account, and also for the Africa Today show. For those who have been missing out, but Joe Mosquito has been keeping up.
Never missing.
Manze,
whenever he doesn't find us on that TikTok, he comes to mine.
Manze, you keep on doing amazing, Manze, and also to the rest of the families. I hope you guys can also. You know, we did criticize TikTok a lot, especially in 2021, 2022.
Especially kids.
Oh, God. And he's the one sharing links everywhere, left, right, and center. Literally, I think most of the times, most of the times, if Keith maybe is not, you know, most of the times
he's not busy, he's on TikTok.
You know, even on weekends, you'll hear, if he's not watching a movie, it's just TikTok and sharing videos.
Even when you go, you open your TikTok, it's always telling you Black Fire is live, Mr. Keith Newsam is live, and you're like,
wow. Okay. But anyway, we appreciate for your support and of course the love you guys keep on showing. But karibuni sana once again. This is the media of the 21st century, 50 minutes past 12 p.m. What's the time on your end? We began with amazing bangers. That was Wakadinali with Manjegema Sanse Wakwende. I was watching a certain meme video a friend shared with me. Ilikuwa inaonyesha Mr. Bean ati when cops are your neighbors, unashinda ukiweka ngoma za Wakadinali. Manjegema Sanse Wakwende. Like anything, any statement anywhere they mention Masanse, unaforward alafu unaongeza volume.
Unaongeza volume na unafungua mlango na dirisha zote so that they could hear.
I saw me as a kwa huo ni mimi. Me I'll do that because cops men are so annoying. They are so harassing, and I believe actually for you,
I wouldn't want to live next to a cop.
Me I'd want to terrorize them.
Usoro.
Manjege Masanse
they would be coming to your keja all the time to. I've had the smell of, you know,
all the time. Sniffy nose.
Why do you have so many people in your house? They are always like that.
But I don't think, I think personally I've lived under a corpse, and it was, we ended up with a bad experience, of course, but he was not like that, imagine. He was not like, because we had so many youths living in the same apartment, so he was not really a questionable person or anything, like coming to say, you guys are so loud, turn up the volume down. It was a good experience, at the same time a bad experience. But anyway, for me, karibuni sana once again. We shall be getting back to the music. The second jam was Chunga, and of course Manze Wali Choms, but mi sijapeana opinion yangu. I think we shall be discussing on the rhythms, on the rhythm scoop show. So tune in, and of course let us know how are you feeling today. How has your week been? We're coming back with the quote of the day, and of course we shall be having a lot highlighting. I don't know, Katie, if you can give highlights of what we shall be talking about.
One of the things we shall be talking about is something I hinted earlier on the Vibe Show. This is about Maisha Card, the introduction of Maisha Card in the 254. Also, apart from that, we shall be going to Uganda and seeing what's popping with Uganda, because a lot is coming lately from Uganda. Other than that, we shall be getting to know what's up with Russia and having interest in Guinea. Is it Equitorial Guinea? Yes, in Equatorial Guinea. And also we have a lot coming from Africa. I've seen a Nigerian president, after he was told that he's not qualified to be a president. Right now, he has the audacity to want to buy a yacht, using people's money or the country's money. We shall be talking about a lot. I mean, when I say a lot, it's a lot. It's African politics.
Yeah, the women who understand politics, and that's why we're here. But anyway, karibuni sana once again, back to the music, and of course we're coming back with the quote of the day in case you also have something.
For real, I'm not vegan, I'm gluten free. Missing Jerry to do Morgan, put on one minute. Stories are over, wonga na branch, wanaume fight kula lunch. What? Viking business, what? All about Spain pizza.
Yes, and of course my quote of the day today says, actually, before I give my quote of the day, I was watching a video of us 2 years ago, and the growth is massive. This is crazy, you know, it's just super amazing. We thank the creator and the universe, you know, and all the energy. The quote of yesterday, the one that I gave, I realized on one of my shows 2 years ago, I also gave it. I was watching one of the videos and I'm like, wow, okay, I didn't realize that, but anyway, just it's the growth, you know, and the fact I can remember that and I recognize that. But my quote of today says, until the lion learns how to write the story, every story will always glorify the hunter. It's an African proverb, actually, and I'll be giving much more according to the discussion we shall be having today, why we have been hunted.
My quote of the day says, believe you can and you are halfway there. Believe you can and you are halfway there.
Kabisa. But of course, you can also pull up your quote of the day in case you have anything positive. Karibu sana.
Jaba fresh, Kariako, Mkwanja Kesha, Pana joke, Ana text, flash, block. Kwani tunaulizana, bei yanga tena umizama. Bado anachocha mavijana, hawabongi whenever sky is around. Vivare, hatuwezi lizo now, maforeign, washanga lizo now. Die stolen, bitch no akole, wanadai mwone, ashaga tupamba. Itankinda na roma inatupa, tine na chime na chuma mafucha. Somo na somo na chokea chucho, na somo na chumo na koto za fucha. Tire ndasi na kanyamo, tire na kanyamo. Folks not from with the
African Diary, and this gets to be brought to you every Friday, hosted by me, Jovi and Katie, and it is exactly 3 minutes to 1 p.m. and we hope the month of November is driving you amazing. Katie, what are you wishing for this month, by the way? How has been 10 months for you?
10 months has been good, but I said I wish we could name this year things we never knew that could happen.
Wow.
Yes. But anyway, my year has been good. So far so good. I can't complain. You know, in the beginning of the year it was a little bit rough, but at the end we're seeing the positivity in it. But anyway, my month has been great. I can't complain.
I'm also grateful. It has been amazing. I can't really complain personally. So long as I'm healthy, I have nothing disturbing me in my body. That is what we first have to give gratitude towards, because where situations of what people are going through, especially health-wise, it's crazy. So long as you can literally move, the rest utapata too. So long as unatembea cha muhimu, I believe you can walk and go find at least 1, 2, 3 things. The problem is when you're stuck somewhere in the bed and nobody is helping you, or nobody understands what you're literally going through. But anyway, karibuni sana once again. Let us know how has been the 10 months for you so far. We are almost coming towards the end of the year, and November has just begun, and we wish you nothing but just positive vibes. Positive vibes all the way. But anyway, as we get straight to the matters of the day, our focus shall be going to Equitorial Guinea. But I want to start with a discussion of yesterday on my main topic of the day. I was talking about Uganda, where they did end the deal of importing or trading with Kenya in terms of oil. And I had a very good, simple question. Who's the beneficiary? Because if African countries cannot be able to benefit from each other, who is literally to benefit? If we can't benefit by trading, who else is to benefit? And of course, it's not a question that we should ask even like much longer, because you know we have actually even most of the supplies of what we have within the country. I'm talking about electricity, water. We have literally private owners of this type of organizations, where we're supposed to be having a flow of everything. It is held by people who are literally in control, and they're not from Kenya, they're not from Africa, not from Nigeria, not from Tanzania, they're from outside. So what is happening? Yesterday we saw Uganda ending its deal with Kenya on the importation of oil, and today we've seen that actually Uganda comes out and says they are agreeing to importing petroleum with a farm called Bahrain. And I've not done much research on it. Bahrain, I don't know if Kate, you can check in Uganda, Bahrain farm or company. Okay. It's owned by who? Okay. We'd love to know that first.
Let me check real quick so that we get to know as we continue who owns
Bahrain. B-A-H-Ray. Okay, Bahrain company Vitol, who owns it in Uganda. So they're saying that Uganda's energy minister on Wednesday tabled a bill before parliament seeking to grant exclusive rights to Bahrain company Vitol to be sole importer of petroleum products into the East African country. So first things first, as Katie checks.
Actually, Bahrain is a country.
Oh yeah. Okay, it's a country.
Yeah, originally owned by the Standard Oil Company of California, Babco, today who is wholly known by the government of Bahrain. Okay. Since its early beginnings, Babco has been recognized as one of the kingdom's anchor companies, and such remained a key contributor to the GDP and reliable income generator for the economy. So it's not African, it's actually from California, and you know, of course.
God damn. So sellouts. Talk about Museveni. So they're saying that Uganda cabinet has already approved the changes to the petroleum law. He has already approved the changes to the petroleum law, and the importation and marketing of petroleum products has generally been liberalized with several private entities. Just like I mentioned, several private entities. Who are these private several entities? Involved in the business, mainly sourcing the product from the neighboring Kenya. Uganda's energy ministry said in a statement that the system has exposed the landlocked country to supply disruptions and high pump prices. A deal between the state-owned Uganda National Oil Company and Vital Energy is already in place. Under it, Vital will supply oil products with Uganda National Oil Company, which will turn sell the products to petrol station operators. The first shipment from Vital is expected to arrive in January. I don't believe actually there's any benefit for Uganda here.
And this is just crazy, because now Uganda moves from a country that is fully paying them to a place where they are going to get nothing.
It's an Arab country.
Without hesitation.
It's an Arab country, Kid says. Karibu sana Kid. It's an Arab country.
Without hesitation. Bahrain is an Arab country.
Yeah, that is what Kid says. Check, maybe you can check correctly. They also say that, but some oil marketing companies have criticized the deal, accusing the Ugandan government of seeking to create monopoly. Seeking to create monopoly, or they have been monopolizing people in the country all along. They're saying Uganda imported 1.6 billion.
An Arabic state situated in a bay of southwestern coast of Persian Gulf. It is in archipelago consisting of Bahrain Island.
So now we have racist people making deals. This is crazy. First thing first, we have racist people who are super racist against us African people when we go to their country, but we're here making deals with them. Shout out to Museveni once again. He always outdoes himself, you know, when it comes to 25 years of puppetism is not a joke.
It's not a joke.
You are a ringleader and a cheerleader. I don't know what name to give you.
I bet he should not be even afraid of dying right now. He has completely sold his country. He has left his country in a war. So I don't think he should be even afraid of dying.
This is so sad to see that African countries are non-beneficiary of the resources that is within the continent, because literally without the borders, we're supposed to be benefiting from each other. They're supposed to be flow of trade, me being able to go to Zambia, to Congo, and do 1, 2, 3 things, and I'll be okay, you know, and I'm gonna make and generate income. But at this point, you see actually African nations, Arab nations coming in between African countries, giving us fake money deals as they benefit the most.
And this is why Uganda cut off now the deal from Kenya with Kenya.
Look at the development of Dubai, of Saudi Arabia. Talk about where has all these resources come from? I mean, where do you get the money to literally come up with all this? You know, where do the resources come from? This is super crazy. And again, it would make sense because one, Museveni is illiterate. We have 79% of Ugandans illiterate. Yesterday we saw Google changing things. Let's confirm again. The level of illiteracy in Uganda is high, almost similar to South Africa. Let me see. Okay, so they're saying that the level of literacy, not illiteracy, sorry, literacy is 79%. So I think I got it wrong yesterday too, and yeah, it is 79%. The level of literacy, not illiteracy, literacy. But I don't understand why the people will not demonstrate. That is just the funny thing, because it's not the same way as Rwanda, where you keep quiet or people do not have the freedom of expression.
People don't understand what is happening. It's just like the way we have now Kenyans are being given gold medals and they just keep quiet.
Don't even talk about it.
Yeah, it's just like that. They don't understand what is happening, and by the fact that they don't even know about their resources and how their resources go about, or how their resources are gotten, and how the country controls their resources. So they wouldn't even know why this country ended a deal with Kenya to get into a deal with an Arabic state. So it doesn't make sense. But now you cannot put this on people, but it is up to us. By the way, I keep on saying it is up to us, because as long as we keep on saying it doesn't concern us, as long as we keep on saying we don't know, this is now the way, or we are just giving them a right to take advantage of us.
True. That is what is happening. But I see Keith in the building is saying, this is the scramble for Africa again. The Arabs are trying to come back in to get their piece of the richest continent and to make sure Africans stay on the bottom. Basically, that is what is happening. We're talking about the Arabs, the Chinese, the Indians. We have right now everyone literally trying to find a peace in Africa. Everyone is trying to find a peace in Africa. And this is why you see the Congolese saying they are scared literally. As much as they're trying to fight, they're forming groups of rebels which can fight against the M23. They're still saying their country is, they're struggling with literally colonization right now. They're about to be divided again. They want to split the country into so many pieces to have more puppets. And literally, this is just destroying the continent. If you just look at it in a bigger wide picture, have you seen the digging of Congo, the resources, the extraction of resources? I mean, it is
this
crazy.
Is why we have people. We have 7 million people being displaced, so that they can be able to get the resources.
If you try picture that now in 20 years, if nothing is gonna be done, or maybe in the next 30 years, let me just give it 30. If nothing or people won't wake up, trust me, Africa is gonna be looking shitty. We'll be having the resources, but it's gonna be so hard to literally rise up, and that is just the fact. Because right now we're talking about even dealing with slums is so hard. It is so hard. We're trying to figure out a way. How do you start even getting rid of these slums? What is the? It's gonna take time, Katie.
It's going to take time.
God.
Can you imagine? Let's talk about Congo and what is happening in Congo. You know, this haunts me every day when I keep on thinking. Every day there are people getting displaced from their homes. Every day. This is happening in Congo. Right now it is 6.9. That is close to 7 million people that are displaced, and this is just for only 1 year. Can you imagine where these people are going to settle? They are going to create settlement schemes. And what are these schemes? These are slums they are creating. And IDP camps.
At the end of the day, they are still attacked there. We see they go camp somewhere, but still they're gonna be attacked.
No, the UN camps tells them we're bringing you aid. They end up raping them. They end up killing them.
I mean, be better. You ought to do better. If you just look at what they want to do to Africa, I swear, come on, is a your picture in your mind. It is messed up. You're talking about, not only do you see a map divided like this where you can't make 1, 2, 3 even points connect what is this and this and this, it is what is on the ground literally, leave alone even the map, looking at it how divided and splitted it can be. If we keep on allowing these Chinese people and Indians to come and invest, I heard you talk about, I don't know if it was you or I heard someone talk about, there's another China Square that needs to be opened in Karen.
In a waterfront.
And we're supposed to be fighting these people out of the country, but we literally allowing them. And then the audacity of another white crackerhead pig shit type of person have the audacity to say King Charles,
we brought you English.
King Charles should not apologize to Kenyans for what they did. This is what we're dealing with right now. They're not wanting to accept the mistake and say we brought you English.
I had one saying, this was a journalist. Imagine, I had a journalist saying, which was a white journalist. They said that I don't understand why Africans are complaining to us. We were not the ones who made them go through whatever they went through. It was our ancestors. So they should not question us because we just found
your behaviors.
You're beneficiaries of what these people did to us. And you're still continuing with it.
Your behaviors.
The enslavement. You're still continuing to enslave us.
How can I say you're different from your father while you have the behaviors of your father? Well, I see nothing but just the similarities of a child and a, like father, like son, like mother, like daughter. I just see nothing different. You can't tell me just because it's my grandfather who did this or my great, so I need not to be held accountable because I'm different. No, your behaviors sell you out all the time. You're all the same from ancient. Since your existence and your pop-up in Africa, you've been the same. And you'll not change. That is just a fact. Lacking melanin in you and having recessive genes and a lot of things, it's just super crazy. Personally, what I want to say, this is what Keith is saying is true. and it needs to be stopped.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be really, really stopped, because literally this is invasion. This is invasion of the continent. I don't see any other way I need to label it. It's neo-colonialism. It's invasion, a forceful invasion, and it's through help. That is the saddest part. It is through sellout. It is easy now. Actually, do you know why it makes sense? It is so easy to divide Africa and then at the same time have puppets. Talk about poverty now, Katie. Congo is the richest continent, but yet the poorest. People are poor.
Yeah.
But if I want to divide that piece of land of Congo, DRC Congo, and come to you and approach you, hey, I see you've been struggling and suffering for so long, but I want to escape you from this. What has happened in this region needs to be taken care of, and I want to appoint you as the leader of this place that has been divided by, not, they won't tell you, of course, sometimes by us. You will maybe know or figure shit out later.
Yeah.
Of course, you're gonna accept. Due to the poverty mindset, you say yes. These are actually, I think, the easy pick up on puppets, you know. Just say yes, they give you the money, they give you everything you want, you get the house of your dreams and everything, and you start working now. You get the, after getting everything you want, you now you don't know what you're getting yourself into. I think you've seen our Africans sign deals very quickly without even reading.
Yeah.
We've spoken about musicians and a lot of things, you know. They sign deals very quickly. Now when the orders come, you can't resist them.
Yeah.
You've been given money, you've been given a house,
It's just that
your family has been taken to UK.
A very good example, it's just like the way we saw African presidents being told to allow their countries or their citizens to take the ugali shots. And then after that, they started, now the countries, after doing their investigations, and also the people who brought the ugali shots to us, saying that it is not okay for your health, it is, we didn't know. The presidents were like, we also didn't know. And imagine if these people were to taken to court, who would be taken to court? Who would be held accountable?
You're supposed to be held accountable. You're supposed to be held accountable. This bullshit of them always saying the same shit we saw with the WorldCoin. And I mean, this one we've seen Ruto saying that the test has already been done. We've already proven that this is possible. You can use your iris to scan and make payments and all that. This is why you see it is possible. Literally, it is happening because they already do sign deals knowingly or unknowingly to sell us out. It's all about the money.
True.
It's all about the money. And these people, it's all about the money. I don't see anything else. All about the money, all about selling out people. But let me continue with the comments. I also see Kid says it sets on the African northeast areas. How let me see that. It sets on the northeast, area, and now called the Middle East and the Arabic Peninsula. Okay, that is the Bahrain, yeah, the Bahrain country, and that is good to know something different. But we know it is all grabbed land again. Fact be spoken, you know, it is all.
And right now, these Arabic nations, you know, they don't have oil, they don't have petroleum, but they are rich because of it. They all come, the UAE, they all come to Africa, they lie to you, they tell you, you know, our money is strong, we can give you this amount, and then you give us the deal. And then after that, who ends up getting dished out, or maybe who is suffering? It's Africans. Africans.
It is
all
literally
the time.
us, the citizens, literally, not these puppets. You don't even see the puppets, even not the children. It is us, the common wananchi. That's the crazy part. And also see Kid says exactly 100% Joby, because Africans are so stupid to know what's going on because you're ignorant. It's the part where you need to question everything. I say it can fire. Karibu sana, nice to see you. And you're saying that Ruto no say King Charles is the real king. I don't get it.
Ruto is mad.
Ruto says that King Charles is the real king. That's what you mean.
Yeah, that's what he means.
Oh, okay. Good for him. He's king of his own. And I also see Kid says that that's why they always say not their ancestors. You benefit from what they did, and then why don't you give us back our land and all the shit you stole from us? Exactly. If you really mean it's your ancestors, why won't you leave us alone then? Do not try extend the same behaviors of your ancestors. Try be different. Show us for real you're different and start by packing.
Yeah, yesterday there was a video I was sharing on my show about the people of Nama and Herero. And this came after now we saw the German president apologizing to Tanzanians. And I was like, okay, the Tanzanians have accepted that you're sorry. So the people of Nama and Herero in Namibia are supposed to forget about what you did to them. You genocided their people, you killed, you stole their land. And on that video, there was a white man still settling on a very, very big land in Namibia. So this person says that yes, our ancestors did this to you. We agree this happened, but we cannot reverse it. It is already the past. So why can't we come to an agreement? And also he said that giving back my land that my ancestors left me, it is not a way to reconcile. That is what he said. Remember, this land is in Namibia, Africa. He says that giving back my land, that is not a way of reconciliation, but there are other ways of reconciliation. Why can't we come into peace and agree to live in peace?
Crazy manze.
Imagine, this is a white man telling you, settled on the biggest part of land in Namibia, while other people are displaced. If you can see Namibia, if you can see even the capital city of Namibia, it's not lovely to be there.
Yeah.
You don't even want to dream in that place. It's full of sand. It's full, oh my God. It is, you just don't want to be there. There's no electricity. Imagine in urban centers. In urban centers, we don't even have electricity. We don't have water. People are suffering. But the Wazungus are so ignorant or are so stupid to tell you that we are sorry. Why can't we just reconcile and become friends again? Can you imagine?
It's crazy, manze.
And they said that they are allergic to the word reparations.
Wow.
Yes, they are allergic to that word. That is what they said.
Wow. Allergic to the word reparations.
Yes.
Let me try see if I can get the this video here.
In London every Wednesday is Patrick Christie, star presenter on GB News, which also, by the way, now has the fastest growing news site in Britain. It's on its way. Patrick, the King's slamming of British history in Kenya, the right thing to do, or is he letting Britain down a bit?
What's up?
He's letting Britain down. We've been let down our whole lives. You've literally not left. You were literally in Kenya. You have your embassies, your terrorists, your people set up here. You won't leave, but King Charles is letting Britain down for visiting Kenya and apologizing
And saying and giving medals.
Wow, and giving medals. Let me tell you this why people have the nerve. Let me tell you why
They
people
have the nerves. Can
nerve.
you imagine this man had the audacity to go and visit Kimadi's family after refusing with even his
The
body.
wife died.
The wife
died begging.
Yeah? And we saw even Kalonzo Musyoka asking King Charles, where is Kimadi's body? And we had our leaders defending him. He was just about a small boy by then. That is what Ledama Olekina said.
Super insane. Super crazy.
Absolutely the wrong thing to do. The king is supposed to be our envoy around the world, not going around on an international apology tour. And they're trying to spin it as the king stopped short of full frontal apology. Well, that's just a technicality. That was an apology. And we've seen it time and time again from the royal family. There was a lady whose real name is Marlene Headley, who went by the name of Ngozi Fulani and then dressed in full African clopper and attended an event at Buckingham Palace. She took a great umbrage as a member of the royal household, Lady Susan Hussey, who'd been the Queen's closest confidant for decades, asking her where she was really from, which might have been slightly clumsy, but also not the most ridiculous question given the circumstances. They then apologised to her, but a little bit like this, Andrew, an apology is not enough. Next comes the handout, next comes money. But, for the Kenyans, we have actually given them billions of pounds over the years. They are a member of the Commonwealth.
What? You've given us nothing but poverty, rules, laws that don't work for us but favor you. What? You should be fired.
Well, in fact, £132 million investment in Kenya went there just a couple of years ago. And can I just say, whenever we see incidents take place in this country, if we see a terror attack or something like that, we don't ever expect an entire community to apologise for the actions of one rogue individual. So why should our entire country now, and every British person living in it, and our current serving monarch, apologise for things that had nothing to do with him? Where are all...
What? Why is he there? If it has nothing to do with him, why is he here? Why is he
person
here then?
doesn't even make sense.
You don't understand yourself. Why
I
is he
don't
here?
understand how he's a journalist, but of course he's a white journalist, and he's of course employed by the white to work for the whites.
Why are you here? Why are you here if it is none of your business? If you have no business in Kenya, why are you here? That is just... What? You've given us money? What do you mean? You've given us what?
Money.
reparations from the Norman conquerors or from the Viking and their ancestors,
And look, it's true. And the other thing is, couldn't he say, well, listen, there are bad things we did. There's good things we did. I mean, the intertribal slaughter, we helped to ameliorate. We gave you democracy, even if...
You did bad things and good things. There's no good things you ever did. Let's say the facts. You brutalized our people, tortured, hanged them. You using skin for what? Again? That's the most traumatizing thing I've ever heard, what they had to do to black people. As jewelry. Imagine skin. Oh, that is part of the good things, huh?
If Kenyans don't always live up to it as they should, we gave you the gifts of the English language.
Wow. We don't need... We need our people. We literally, if you are understanding Swahili, it will be the better.
Yeah.
Do you know how sweet Swahili is when I'm talking in slang, especially? I get to say niaje. We saw actually King Charles coming here and imitating us. This is a greeting to the youth. Niaje. You didn't see that?
Yeah, I didn't see.
I'll play that video.
Jambo.
Who
told Wazungu we always say jambo? Do you know that how old is jambo? Who even say, even hata Waluya wasemi jambo? They always hear jambo. Jambo. Stop jamboing us.
Every Mzungu is always jamboing.
Jamboing. What's wrong with you and jambo? Who even uses
jamboing.
that word for greetings? Shame on you.
We have so many words of greeting. Niaje, rada, mambo,
Habari.
sasa, ukwaje. I mean, just listen to the sweetness of Swahili. I mean, we don't need... Do you know how tough English is? Do you know how many times you have to go to Google before you answer someone?
You have to bite your tongue a
Especially,
million
let's
times.
say, if you get a boyfriend, someone who's trying to coach you, and then he has hard English. You have to go to Google every time, like, yo, okay, what does this mean before I reply?
You have to
Alright.
make Google Translate your best friend.
Man, come on, be better.
We gave you the rule of law. I mean, there are many...
The rules of law that work for you and literally keep on... The rules of law.
Based
He's
on the white man.
He's literally saying the rules of law you were given, that is what you're supposed... So we're supposed to be literally underneath you and, be like pet dogs. Huh? To just keep on always listening to the rules that you gave. Why can't Kenyans and Africans that you colonized create their own rules? Why do we need to go with your goddamn... You should be fired, bro.
Institutional things. I've been to Kenya. I look around and I think, wow, if the British hadn't been here, this place would not be quite as good as it is.
What? Oh my God. Somebody come and save me.
Not that the Kenyans have quite lived up to the legacy they were left.
Yeah, exactly. But also, if it hadn't have been us, it would have been someone else. I mean, the French were at it, the Portuguese were at it, the Spanish were at it, everyone was at it, okay? So if it wasn't the Brits that had gone in there at that particular moment in time, it would have been...
This is literally lack of shame. This is lack of... Oh my God. Another term of, apart from psychopath, I'd love to understand. Just a much more evil word than a psychopath. Figure out a cracker's mind, Katie. Like, just, I swear, the mind of these people is just rotten. Oh my God. It's the lack of shame for me. The lack of shame. Oh my God. Okay.
somebody else. And I don't see these other countries queuing up to apologise either.
It's the acknowledgement of, yes, we did it. French was active, Belgium was active, Portugal was active, Uganda was active, but so what? You need to move on. Yeah, that is what basically, we did it. Yeah, we did it.
And we are sorry.
But it's none of our business right now.
We apologize.
We've been benefiting, but we don't care. You should not be coming and still asking. This is an ancient story. You should not be asking for reparation and compensation. That's a what? They said it's a what? Allergy.
They are allergic to the word reparation. Those are the
But it just
I'm having a headache at this time, at this point.
ties into something else that's really going on in this country as well, which is, you know what kids are going to be taught in school today, don't you? That our king has gone abroad to Kenya and apologised for our past, which gives teachers another excuse to teach youngsters in this country now that Britain's past is terrible and that we were an evil force around the world. I mean, I've always said this, and I always will, that the world has been very lucky to have Britain, actually. At times it has been a gift to the world. Yes, there were historic wrongs. Yes, there have been things that have gone wrong because things were different. Times were different back then. That's not to excuse them, but we shouldn't be apologising for those things now.
No, and John.
Yeah, they shouldn't be apologizing for nothing right now. You know, you need to move on.
Okay, it's okay. We don't
That's
need your
what they
apologies,
say.
but can you leave?
This is what
You don't need to be sorry. It's okay. You did ask that. We agree on that. You did ask that, and we agree, of which we accepted. But can you leave? Can you just leave? What is there else left to negotiate about? Okay, you're sorry, but can you just leave? We understand you're very sorry, and we take it. By the way, we are very good people. Black people are very good people. They are taking their apologies, but can you just leave our country?
No, but they say they shouldn't apologize. So you should not even be apologized to. The fact is that they should not be sorry.
You know the pain comes when you see African people trying to defend the same people. The pain comes, the people we even call leaders, the people we call, politicians, they are busy there trying to defend these people. Like a person like Ledama or Lekina, that person doesn't deserve to be anywhere near any governmental seat. Because why are you defending a white man that enslaved your people, made you pay hard tax in your own land, made you go through shit?
He said what?
He said that the king was just but a little boy when this was happening to us.
Oh my God.
The king, we should not blame him. We should not even ask any question about slavery to the king.
Imagine these are African puppets and leaders that we claim are leaders. Imagine that's a father to some children and a husband to a woman.
And this is why we see now their children, they are always marrying white women, and their women are always getting married to white men.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It does make a lot of sense. It is super crazy. This is so disrespectful. Coming from this is Sky News. It was reports from Sky News. And it is super crazy. It is disrespectful. Ruto, of course, will not even utter make a speech about this. Like always, we don't see them actually always responding towards anything said about their country.
I'm glad. Yesterday, Ruto was meeting Mombasa people or the Mombasa citizens in the side of the coastal Kenya. He went there to meet people, and during his visit over there, he was talking to people and giving them still fake manifestos. He said that he's going to bring cyber. I don't know what cyber, and the youths will be taught about computers and everything. And you know what Kenyans were saying? Uongo!
I heard
Uongo! They were shouting to him, Uongo! That's a lie! That's a lie! Stop it! That's a lie!
Africans know that that's what they keep on saying. Any puppets in and out, that's what they keep on promising for 10 years. That's what they keep on saying. We're gonna do this when they go to every region. Oh, I see that this needs to be done, but there's nothing. It's always pocketing of money that is happening. It is super crazy to see this is happening under our own watch. Ruto is not going to address this. We'll not see the same way we have the Pakistan journalists, being justified.
fought for.
Yeah, being
and
fought for.
right now our Kenyan police are being persecuted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We've seen that happening with the Pakistan journalist who was killed here, and it has been taken serious. Kenya has been sued. The wife of the Pakistan journalist wants justice, but the same when it comes to our people, us being called monkeys by the Tunisia president, when we're being called all sorts of names as African people, nobody comes in our defense. It is so sad. It is super sad. The image of Africa again is destroyed because of the image of the presentation of who we have as leaders, which are these puppets who are sellouts and they have no interest of the people. It's just super crazy. But let me go through the comments quickly. I don't know if Katie can read them or if you are on YouTube.
Yeah, sure, I can go through them. Where had you left?
Left at Iken saying that is
Okay.
Kid saying that's why they always are there.
Okay, Kid is saying they say all kind of stupid shit these white people say after they stole all your shit and say don't blame us, it's our ancestors, but we aren't giving back shit. Very true. And also you're saying they always want to keep the shit they stole, Katie. It's not their land, it's the African people land that you stole. And also he's saying that that's how wicked these people are. People are come into your house, throw you out, and keep all your shit and say forget about while we stay rich of your shit and leave you in poverty and say yes, goofy niggas. Imagine, that is super painful. And also I see Kid is saying now you know we got rich off you, but shut the fuck up and let's just leave the past in the past. Kid is saying, Joby, now you see how wicked these people are, and they made you worship them. These are psychopaths, and they will never feel sorry for what they done.
Yep.
Also, Kid is saying, as Africans, we didn't have their own systems of law, and they are saying they brought you their corrupt rules. Ikan is saying, the Arabs consider the whole continent as servants, and we don't think this is a war. Of course it is a war. By the way, the Arabs, if we have the Indians and the Arabs, they feel so entitled over black people. They consider us as their servants, and right now they are even enslaving Indians.
Wow.
Yeah. The majority of workers we have in Saudi Arabia, in Qatar, in those Arabic states, they are either Africans or Indians. And this is so good to see.
I'm not feeling bad for Indians.
Yeah, I'm not feeling any bad, and this is why I'm saying this is so good to see that now Indians are being enslaved by these Arabs. But now for black people, why don't you build your own countries? Why don't you learn to enslave these people that have always enslaved you? You know? But I see Kid is saying this who they are, Joby. They don't have shame. I told you, Joby, times change, but they don't. And he is telling you, no other European countries have not apologized. Why should us? Very true. And Kid is saying that's how crazy these people are. They were a gift to the world by robbing, raping, and murdering people and genociding people, actually wiping people completely out, and they are telling this is benefit. How these people are crazy as cat shit. Very true. And also Kid is saying exactly, Joby, good explanation of these African puppet leaders.
It is super crazy. That is why we consider that way. They think the African women, men, any starting from children, you're all supposed to be just disrespected, butchered, tortured, because you have sellouts at the end of the day. You know, at the end of the day, whether you grow, your country is already sold out. We have so many deals and plans upon you that you have no idea. And that is basically the truth. Africans, there's so much planned on us or towards us, especially in the continent, us being the majority. How they're trying to do the Agenda 2030, you know, how they're trying to literally overtake and grab again Africa. They have so much planned upon us that we have no idea. And trust me, these meetings you see, Ruto has gone for 38 meetings in a year. Yeah, wait and see the repercussions of it. You're gonna see actually effect after effect. It just started. I mean, you're just talking about the first year, Katie. Show me the next 4 years. Where are we heading? In 2024, we are about to
will
see.
not make it to the 4th.
We're gonna be having, I think, the most, hottest news from Kenya or rather Africa, especially Tinubu being also on the.
Kenya will always be on the headlines like Ghana
The whole of the continent
and
I'd say.
Nigeria.
That is what is happening. But anyway, that was what was going on in Uganda that has brought us to all this. And of course, we also wanted to share that video of what this Sky News journalist who's being questioned right now, facing controversials from people. He's been told to apologize, but we don't know if he's going to apologize, if he thinks,
He's not going. He'd rather risk his job.
The king should not apologize. But moving on swiftly to the next story as we talk about how evil these people can be. There's this Kenyan woman who's been found dead in Boston. Check Boston.
Boston is in the USA.
We need to know specifically where in the USA. So there's this Kenyan woman, and this actually, before I even get to read the article, if you guys can remember, in 2021 or 2022, there was a case of this woman who went to, again, Keith, if you can remind me, the place where there's literally no houses, lots of people don't live there and all that. And this woman went missing until today. Actually, there's no any reports of what happened. The killer was never found. The investigations were still happening. She was a Kenyan who was dating a white man, and she went missing. The last time the girl was seen, a credit card was used to pay. The guy used a credit card to purchase some shoes and something. He did a couple, some traces, if I can remember, from the last investigations report of what was happening. Until to date, literally, there's nothing that has happened. No information if the killer was found. The family, I think, also stopped following up because, we're talking about being in the United States. And let's say if you actually not have grown there, but you just moved there, it's crazy. We don't know how the situation works. I bet they're really, or the system how it works, I bet they're really getting a hard time. We've seen Uhuru went out of the seat, or rather resigned, without actually addressing such kind of issues. We saw the Kenyan woman who was also found in a septic tank. Literally, it revolves around still the evilness of these people. But related to the story of what I'm talking about, there's this Kenyan woman who has been found dead in Boston Airport. It's where?
It's in Massachusetts Bay, and it's in the arm of the Massachusetts Bay.
Okay.
It's in Boston Harbor. It's in the USA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, they're saying that the US and Kenyan authorities are searching for the killer of a young Kenyan American woman found dead at the Boston Logan International Airport in Massachusetts.
He's actually known. I have his picture.
The guy?
Yes.
The killer?
Yes.
Oh,
Let me show you.
All right.
Yes, he's actually known, and his picture is out there. It's circulating. So you guys, if you see that man, they are saying report it to the authorities. This woman is Kenyan, and the man is still Kenyan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Okay,
the man in the picture is Kelvin Kenyanjui Kangede, 41 years of age. He lives from Lowell, Massachusetts. On Tuesday, Kevin murdered Margaret Ambitu, 30 years old, and left her body in a car in Logan Airport, Boston, where he then proceeded to board a flight to Kenya. Maggie's body was stabbed and found in the passenger seat of the car. Maggie had been reported as missing by her family on Monday. She was last seen leaving her job in Halifax Monday night. Her co-workers posted a flyer on Facebook praying for her safe return. Her co-workers say Maggie was warm, caring, and loved by everyone she worked with, both staff and the people she cared for in our group homes. Her family is heartbroken and asking for justice for their daughter. State police said there is no threat to the Boston police have issued a warrant of arrest to her partner and working with Kenyan police to extradite him to face homicide charges. Maggie bit okay, yeah. I have the picture of the man. Here it is.
Okay.
Yes, and I think he's in Kenya right now.
He'll be
because
found.
he boarded a flight to Kenya after committing the murder.
I bet he will be found, but the problem will come with how the case will be handled. If it's gonna be handled here, or if it's gonna be handled, since she's a Kenyan American, and if she did have maybe the how's it called?
Citizenship.
Yeah, I bet it's gonna be a problem. But we'll see if the mainstream media will keep us updated with what is happening. We shall also bring it up maybe next week and see if the man is gonna be found. I bet if he was actually in America, that guy would have ended up in prison. That is no, it's a
Of course, you know, right now he's in Kenya and the Kenyan police are so stupid. You know, they would not even be looking for him. This man will go to hide anywhere in Uganda, in Tanzania, and nobody would know him.
people change identity too.
Yes,
Me, I've seen someone who's changed identity. From
and
just-
you wouldn't know.
you won't know it's
You
the
won't
same person
know.
from years ago, or the same person. You know, it's just super insane. It's insane. But I'm glad to know it's Kenyan. I thought it was white people or
No,
one
he
of
was
these
he was a Kenyan. He was a Kenyan man.
one of these of our enemies here, and we hope that justice is gonna be prevailed. It is crazy to see that, especially where it's not your home, you're going to take.
And it's
You're
a
going
love
to do this
affair
kind of
because
game.
this was the spouse. How are you taking your love affairs to the USA to go and kill each other over there? So and some of, why would you kill a person in a foreign nation and leave their body lying in the airport? Some people are just cold.
Again, the image of why white people will keep on dominating us because of our behaviors towards each other as well, you know. Because if you can kill each other like where I am,
Slaughtering.
what can you do in your own land? So what can I do as well if this is the type of behavior you have? But moving on swiftly to South Africa, we have an MP who has been removed from the seat because of making comments over Israel, and they're saying that the South African main opposition party has removed MP Galeb Kachalia from the converted Shadows cabinet over remarks he made of the Israel-Gaza war. Mr. Kachalia, who served as the Shadow Public Enterprises Minister of the Democratic Alliance, is said to have violated the party's position on the conflict. The party had appointed spokesperson for the Israel-Gaza conflict and urged caucus members to refrain from making public statements and that could divide or inflame the issue. But on Tuesday, Mr. Kakalia tweeted, "I will not be silenced. Israel is committing genocide." DA leader John whoever, I wouldn't read the second names, described the MP's behavior as selfish and pursuing narrow selfish interest above the common good. Mr. Chakalia in a statement confirms receiving the dismissal letter from the DA leader and says he will remain loyal to the party. "I will continue to keep a watchful eye on human rights abuse here and globally. I will always speak the truth." He added that, and that is actually very bold. But again, we said that Africans actually right now should not be even talking about what is happening in Palestine. To see that it is our own politicians again talking about this, while you can't address the issues in your country, you sound dumb. Literally, you sound dumb, showing the rest of the world who are your enemies how you care. When it comes to our problems, they don't care.
True.
You'll not see us being demonstrated about. You'll not see us being spoken about. You'll always see actually Africa on the map if it is anything that is against the West.
I'd relate this matter to the same case we had the parliamentarian right here in Kenya who was sent out of the parliament after coming in with the scarf of the Palestinian flag, and he was told, no, these attires are not supposed to, are not allowed in the parliament. And I bet Africans, you know, we have a problem. We have a problem of fighting others' battles where we are losing our own.
But again, it low-key shows too if you look at it on the other end of what also Israel is doing, for a fact, they are committing genocide.
They are committing a genocide, but is it our
It's
case?
not.
It's
but
not.
again, it is crazy to see our African leaders and puppets defending this.
Yeah.
That is the crazy part. So why are you defending something? I know it's none of our business, trust me. But I want you to look at the angle of what our puppets are capable of. Just look at it. Because you're literally supporting a genocide. So what is it that can't happen in your country and you won't be in defense of if Israel was to come? Would you say if Kenya today was attacked by Israel, so you want to tell me that literally, or South Africa, Ramaphosa is going to stand by Israel? He's going to be like, yeah, Israel is doing good and they should not be questioned. That is literally against the law. You're violating the rules. That is what basically is happening right here. I don't see anything apart from that.
But
We're not supposed to be talking about it. We're supposed to be addressing issues affecting each African country right now. Why Kenya cannot trade with Uganda? Why Zambia is... We have people... we have politicians appointing their sons and ministers, our nephews and nieces. We have Congolese people being displaced left, right, and center. We have Ghana. We have Nigerians swimming on sewage apart from them being everywhere in the world.
The saddest
Such
part,
kind of issues.
the saddest part is that you'll see those people raising Palestinian flags and those people supporting them and Israel and everything, but you'll never hear them talking about what is happening in Sudan.
Manzi.
You'll never hear them talking about the displaced people in Congo. They are always supporting the white person who doesn't even care about what is happening in Africa, how Africans are, and these are the same people we say that they still practice racial segregation up to date, but you're busy fighting for them. Yeah, you're talking about freeing Palestinians. I don't care about them. You continue killing your own people. Those are no longer my people.
Yeah.
And if we were to go to a war, they would fight against me. So why should I be concerned about them fighting against themselves? I shouldn't. Those people will fight against you. They put black people in poverty up to date in their countries, and you're right there opening your mouth and saying free Palestine. I don't care about what is happening in Palestine.
Africans, for a fact, we know that Africa was still enslaved, Having King Charles taking a visit here, that is still a mode of slavery. Your master is coming to check if the work is doing great, That is those are some of the issues we should be highly right now demonstrating, especially the colonized countries. Okay, we should be literally demonstrating against this is what I was talking about, African continent not understanding or the people in the continent not understanding what really happened in history, how it affects us, how it connects us, and why if one country attacked despite us still seeking independency, we should be supporting each other. In what manner? Like when we had the World Coin right here, you should be able to demonstrate like, yo, this is a crime. Why are we having this actually happening? Why is data being collected? And you are stupid again not to question anything. Man, our people are also the problem. At some point, you're just the problem. Not being able to question everything you see and receive. Something is wrong with you. You can't just be given money and you're not questioning the value of your eye. What's wrong with you?
We're too desperate.
That's one of the way. We should see African demonstrating about the Angolan TikToker who was arrested for saying we've been kept under poverty while these people are pocketing money from the IMF and they're doing nothing for the development of the country. Infrastructures we have, it's all poor. No school, no housing, such kind of things. We should see literally us demonstrating about Nigerians swimming on sewages and thinking that is normal. You're living like some Japanese people in somewhere so, while you are in a very rich continent. Can you make that make sense? 12 years of exploitation of oil, billions being made in a day, not just a week, in a day, I tell you. In a day, billions of money. Illegal pipes that have been kept in Nigeria. Talk about the explosion and the damages they have done to the people's grounds and villages and rivers. Fishes dying. And you're talking about Palestine. You should be ashamed of yourself. Actually, you should lose your job. That's just the end of it.
Then
You should go back to poverty.
People talking about free Palestine. Their countries are doing worse. They are actually the worst.
Exactly, man.
Imagine, we have people dying right here in Africa because of hunger, but you would see an African country donating food to the Palestinians. But our Kenyans, our Africans are dying right here. Doesn't make sense.
That is true. But I'll go through the comments before we move on to the next story of what is going on in Equatorial Guinea. Yeah.
Okay, so I see Kid is saying exactly 100 Joby explanation for these puppets, African puppet leaders. And also Kid is saying, yes, Katie, those are your African jump-off countries, Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria, and South Africa. Very true. And also is saying, Wyoming, Joby.
Yeah, Wyoming.
Wyoming.
Yeah.
That's the name of the state. The next state north of Zoe State, Colorado. Remember, he said the white people tried to kill him in that state.
Yeah.
And I Can Fire is saying everyone disrespect Africans because we don't recognize color. That's why we lose. And also I see Sister Jewel in the building. Karibu sana. You're saying black African do not fall for the charming spell of enchantment, incantation, platitudes, a deception, and lies soon easily regained. Also Kid is saying, damn, he's in Kenya, they never find him. He'll go to a remote village in Kenya or Uganda or Tanzania, and they'll never find him. And this is what I'm saying.
True, man.
If he's in Kenya, this man will not be found. But I see Kid is saying she's black Joby. The Boston police will not give a shit about him back in Africa. That's your problem. Now that's why he came back to Africa. He knew what he was doing.
Okay, so that's why I said it would depend. If she had a citizenship, I don't know about that, but again, it's a black man who did it, and if they had just traveled there, or I don't think justice is gonna. Of course, she's black again. She's black, so forget about it.
And Kid is saying because Katie, they were living in the United States. Katie, didn't you hear them giving out the U.S. home address? They didn't live in Kenya anymore. Yes, and also Kid is saying, no shit, Israel is committing genocide, but what about Congo? Very true. What about Congo? Who's talking about what is happening in Congo? Nobody. But they are very busy yapping free Palestine. This is stupid. Why are you not talking about free Sudan, free Congo? These people are just stupid. But I see Kid is saying exactly 100% Joby. You don't see anybody saying anything about Congo in the world. Also, he's saying exactly 100%. How can you promote a genocide because these people are wicked as puppets? So it's saying exactly 100% Katie. They hate us and they are our enemies, and the Palestinians and the fake Jews of Israel. Also Kid is saying exactly 100% Joby. They made sure you don't know history of who you are and what you have done to you, or what they have done to you. Also he's saying exactly 100% Joby, but most Africans don't know about Angola and Nigeria. I see Sister Jewel is saying anyone noticed that the king's coronation, the two pink angels with golden hair painted in January 2023 on the diving canopy used for the king's private ointment with the holy olive oil. I didn't notice, but also I see Derek Askew is saying it's Friday, manze. It's Friday.
It's Friday, manze. Karibu sana Derek Askew. But anyway, that is what is happening, and again and again and again, we should be much focused about our problems, finding solutions for ourselves. Not talking about other people's solutions while we can barely even find for ourselves. We need to have UN, we need to have the fake East African community, we need to have all these fake agencies that are here to protect Africa, and they are all against us. We need to figure out we're facing the same problems. I'm loving actually the fact that Congo, not Congo but Rwanda. What Kagame has done. We also saw what Ruto did recently, saying that all Africans are allowed to travel to Kenya without passports, yeah?
Visa.
Yeah.
Visa
Free, yeah? That is Kenya. We've also seen Rwanda has actually come forth and also
Kenya
said
didn't
so.
give visa free to all African countries. It's yet to, but right now it's working on that. But now, you know, the problem is, Joby, we can give visa free to all African countries, just like Rwanda has done. The problem is, Joby, me as a country, I'm giving you a free visa entry to my country, but are you reciprocating?
Yeah.
I cannot give you a free entry to my country, but when I come to your country, I need to have a visa. You know, we all need to reciprocate. But congratulations to Rwanda on that move. It is a very, very positive move, because that is a one step towards uniting Africans.
True. Because I think Rwanda and Kenya can work together on that point, where we can have Kenyans and Rwandese, you know, traveling back and forth and trading. And also I believe actually if you are to able, like you're saying, if most of the countries were to reciprocate to each other, this is one of the ways of Africans now being able to travel and understand that we're facing the same problems. For us to be able to actually form revolution in our countries, in the continent, it will be actually to the point where we're able to move within. Once we see it's a copy and paste of situations of lack of schools, and actually having, by this, if we can have a media which can present us the same images, images of what happens in the rest of the countries. If we really had true representation of now the fact that people are traveling, what can we be able to see on reality of the rest of the countries, it will be good. But I do hope individually, as this happens, if most of the countries reciprocate, we hope you can capture 1, 2, 3 information and understand, especially being in the continent, we're facing the same problems and we need to apply a solution by our own, not by calling Biden, Anthony Guterres, Kamala Harris, a whole Indian coming to tell you, do you know I'm the first black vice president, you know, of from Africa, or whichever part of Africa. Crazy, manze. You sound crazy, and clapping back to a whole white Indian. You know, no shade of no melanin nowhere. You know, it's just crazy, man.
Well, as we continue, it seems like the French are back to revenge to Burkina Faso.
Wow.
What is happening is that a dozen of localities have been besieged by armed jihadist groups in Burkina Faso.
Okay.
And this is crazy because 46 locations across Burkina Faso under siege, preventing access to food and drinking water and abducting women, Amnesty International said on Thursday.
So it is happening.
It is happening.
I mean, they've been trying so much. We've had a couple of reports, I think, given by you, where they, and also keep updating us, they try to assassinate.
Yeah, they have been trying to assassinate Traore for the longest time. And right now, since they are unable to do that, I think now what they are doing is capturing the countries, the villages, small villages, and this will get to a point that we are seeing the same thing that is happening in Ethiopia. We have been seeing the Tigrayan region, you know, the same thing that is happening in Congo, the same thing that is happening in Sudan. I think this is what is about to happen to Burkina Faso, because they are trying to revenge and taking back the country to their rule. And armed groups prevent the besieged populations from getting access to food, drinkable water and health, forcing people to displace, the rights group said in reports. Checkpoints are set on the main exit routes, improvised explosive devices laid to limit traffic, and occasional attacks carried out against civilians, soldiers and supply convoys, it added. Amnesty International collected information on cases of abduction of women by armed groups in context of besieged localities. It is said that the cities, town, and the villages were spread across the West African country, but that northern Sahel and western Bokol, Dumont regions were particularly affected. It defined a locality under siege as having the army and or volunteers and the defense of fatherland, a civilian force that supports the military present, but where armed groups prohibit or restricts free access by people, goods and services. So it is happening, it is crazy. And right now I feel like they are here to do revenge. You kicked them out, they are back to do revenge. But now it's up to Traore to make sure that he has the strongest army to fight these people, because we at the end of the day, we are not going to go back to slavery.
True.
We will not accept this.
Personally, I feel like Traore is ready because, mind you, they were given weapons by Russia, real weapons, and they did supply this to Niger, and mind you, Burkina Faso, Niger and Mali, they have been working together, to keep and kick out French and their troops and everyone. So I believe actually the two countries might back up Burkina Faso. They might get help, and of course them having access to the weapons, it could be easy for them to deal with this. And I believe he is ready.
He is ready.
They meant what Traore, Niger, Burkina Faso and Mali, they meant, and they mean independence. They mean revolution for real, for real. They're not in for jokes. So
True.
I believe he's ready, and we will look forward to see what's gonna happen. And that is it's crazy. It's crazy.
They won't give up on Africa easily, and this is why now they are coming back.
Man.
They have been trying to come back. We have seen three or two thwarted coups where they tried to assassinate Traore with a fail, of which they failed, and now we had a sellout that was caught. It was actually a chief of the chiefs in one of the, I don't know where, but he was a chief in Burkina Faso, and he was the head of the the military, and then he was caught. He was the one selling out the whole thing, and he was one of the planners of the thwarted coup. And I don't know what happened to him, but that is treason. I should hang you immediately. I discover you're selling me out, and I don't know what Traore did to him, but he's still under arrest, I bet. And I hope he's not going to be released.
As it should, man. As it should. But I see Keith says that Rwanda is doing that shit because Kagame is trying to get good press, because people are starting to know what he's doing in Congo. Wow, okay. And I also see you saying that I hope now is going to allow now Congolese to invade this country because they should. Congolese should now, having visa free, you should go to Rwanda. Like, you should go raid in Rwanda. Go find settlement in Rwanda. They have built houses for asylum seekers. You should go and rent or stay in those houses and let those asylum seekers go to where they can, man. And I also see you saying that I believe Kagame future is someone, is going to try and kill him and Museveni because the continent is becoming awakened. I believe so too. Because I don't know, it was just recently we were talking about it on the Africa Today show. I think it was on Wednesday or Monday, where I think it was Jiba who questioned about him going to the ICC after, if they're going to be questioned at the ICC, the International Criminal Court, after their whatever. And I said personally I don't think so, but I believe the people might get justice on their hands, or whatever will happen between or with the two countries. If it is a coup or revolution, I believe the people will take justice into their hands, especially Ugandans. There's no meat in matoke every day. No meat. You know matoke? You love matoke?
I can't take it every day though.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of matoke too. I'm not a fan, but I can take it one day in a week. But
I take matoke to nurse myself if I'm not feeling okay. It's like
it's
a good nursing kind of medicine with some pili ni tamu sana. But every day without beef, come on, or even liver. Are you kidding me? Or even chicken.
Matoke without any meat.
Oh, hey, God, come on. And also see, Keith says that exactly 100% Kitty, that's what they're doing. The French can't afford to give up Africa because without Africa, France is poor. European country, like all countries in Europe, are poor without Africa. That is just fact. And also see you saying exactly 100% Katie, the youth will not go back to slavery. They will fight the European and will be able to stop the youth of Africa won't be able to stop the youth of Africa unless they give you a bunch of vaccine to help you. That is true, and that's why I said we need to be cautioned again, because trust me, these people have we know they have so many plans ahead of us, 100 years ahead of us, and majority of it is how they can get, because all the wealth is generated from the continent. So it is all how they can take power or bring the African people down to be able to grab the land, you know, to be able to just have a peace, or however how many times they can be able to divide amongst themselves and extract.
And they are going to use all possible ways. And this is why I was advising my fellow Kenyans today. If you have your previous ID card, please keep it. Please keep it. The Kenyan government from today is issuing different ways of registering, or different ways of cards. Or now, you know, ID cards, it's identification card that shows that you're a Kenyan
What do you
citizen.
mean by the old one?
The old one, the old IDs.
The normal one.
The normal ones,
yeah.
yes, the
Yeah.
normal ones that
Yeah.
we use.
Okay.
Because in case you lose it and
Yeah.
you're going to ask for replacement,
Yeah.
you will have now to get the new one. The new one is Maisha card. So, from today,
Yeah.
the Kenyan government is getting rid of the old identification card, and it has introduced a card called the Maisha card. It's not actually a card. So this is what Maisha card is.
Giving Uduma number before you even read.
So okay, let me find it. Where has it gone? Have they removed it already? Okay, a Maisha card is something connected to let me find it on my phone real quick.
All right. As you do so, I see it says that they hung in KT a few weeks ago.
For real? That's great. Okay, Maisha card will feature a microprocessor electronic chip with encrypted data. Yes, that is what Maisha card is. It will also have features supporting the creation of a virtual ID to be known as Maisha Digital ID for those with the smartphones. Okay? And after that, now Maisha card the giving of Maisha card will start with the people. Right now, it's the youth. The focus is the youth, because they are saying the people who are starting to get these Maisha cards is the people who are already applying for IDs right now. You remember, for you to get a national ID right here in Kenya, you have to attain the age of 18 years. So right now, these are the candidates we are having this year. And when they are done with school, they go and apply for their ID card. So instead of the ID cards, they will be given Maisha card with the microprocessor chips. Yes, microprocessor electronic chips with encrypted data. And those are first-time ID applicants. And also, if you lose your ID and you go for a replacement, you will also be given a Maisha card. So, if you have your original copy, because there is no way you'd live in this country without an ID card, please make sure, if you still have your ID card as a Kenyan, make sure you have the original one and you keep it at home. Please photocopy as many copies as you could to avoid losing your original card, because nobody wants to be having this microprocessor electrical chip, because we don't know where the chip is coming into. Is it in the phone, or is it in your body, or where is the chip going into?
Crazy, man. Crazy. I'm hungry, man. I'm so hungry. But anyway, that is super insane. I believe, I don't know what Ruto is all about. I'm confused at this point with that. The iris thing.
Now the Maisha cards.
We had to do a number. And that's why, again, I'm saying there's so much that is planned upon us as African people that we have no clue about. Trust me. A lot. Whole lot. It's a whole package. Comes signed and ready to take charge. We have been literally sold out by our puppets. All this happening, of course, it's not Ruto. It's not him just waking up and saying that, you know, or today I feel like I came up now, I'm an inventor. I'm an inventor now. Today I came up with a new plan of saving Kenyans from losing their identification card, and we've introduced a digitalized way of you using Maisha card. Come on, it is all decision coming from someone who's literally controlling the continent and the rest of the African countries. But I see Keith also says the Congolese don't have any money to stay in those places in Rwanda, Jody. Yeah, I'm just saying they should raid literally, because if Kagame did raid in Congo, why shouldn't you raid in Rwanda? There's free houses there. If asylum seekers can get free houses, for crying out loud, why can't Rwandese and Congolese or any other African, why can't you also get free houses? Why do you need to keep on land grabbing and all that? It's just super crazy. But I also see Sister Joel says, Katie, I'm not only mentioning the two pink skin golden hair angels, for even in the 21st century they still see only the white angels with the golden hair in their eyes. There is no such possibility of black angels. I'm not understanding your comment, Sister Jewel, from the first one. And even Katie says she's not copying, so kindly elaborate what you mean. From the first comment where you said, anyone noticed at King's coronation the two pink angels with golden hair despite painted in January 2020? Unless we check on the details, you can check the coronation of the King Charles if you see. Karibu sana. I see you on TikTok and I also see you on YouTube. Karibu sana. You saying greetings to you too. I was looking at you, and how many people are you on this TikTok of Keith? We shall be coming back to our main TikTok. Actually, we should be coming back in a few minutes. We're supposed to be back by 2:30, so we shall be officially having our TikTok account being able to go live once again, and try avoid any information that will violate TikTok's rules. But I also see
angels ni kina nani kwa hiyo kofia?
When wamevaa pink.
Kofia ndio pink.
Coronation.
Sinio.
Kizungu is hard. English is tough. That is what we say. English is tough. But anyway, also see kids say that it's Agenda 2030. The card is to track and trace you, and it will have a listening device in the card to listen to everything you say. This is a lockdown coming. Basically, that is what it is all about. That is what it is all about. Excuse me. It is super crazy. And also see, yeah, go eat lunch. I'm actually belching because of I'm hungry. My stomach is empty. I feel like gas is stocking up, but we are about to just wind up, so I'll be able to order food and take my lunch. I also see Kit says that Katie, they will tell you to come and bring in your old ID card to get the new. I think they might do that.
They might do that, but
I remember the way. I don't know if you huduma namba ikitokea ulikomaliza chuo.
Yeah,
probably 2020. Yeah, a year after 2020 or 2019, 2020 hapo, if I can remember. So what they did, they scared people. People were scared. They always come with the fear, propaganda, and agenda. So alikuja wakaambia wase, if you don't transact your details to huduma number, you're not gonna be able to have access to, I don't know, you won't be making payment to the M-Pesa. You can't go to the hospital. You need your birth certificate. It was just some threat, nonsensical stuff, and Kenyans picked it, and a lot of people registered for Duma number.
They told us when you go to the hospital, you will not be getting treatment.
Yeah. You need to have
you cannot go to school without Duma number.
The card needs to have all your registrations and details of everything of your own, which is super crazy. We cannot allow that to happen. But I hope, again, like I'm saying, Africans, you should be able to demonstrate upon each other. If Kenya am facing an issue today, Nigeria, Ghana, let the whole continent stand up and let the media take this video and say and show what Africans are literally against. What are we demonstrating about? We don't want this happening to Kenya, because it's gonna affect us as well. We don't want this, especially the same colonized country. We should be able to pick up information like, yo, if we are colonized by the same person, you should be able to pick up like, this is wrong. It's gonna affect me the same way it is affecting the same person, because clearly again we are not independent people. Okay. Kid says, she's saying Joby, they still see the God and angels as white while all gods were black. Oh, okay, that is simple explanation. Thank you so much, Kid, for helping out there. And I also see you saying that they don't want any black god or black angels. That's what she's saying. Only white gods are for the kings. None of you niggas, 100% non-black people in the image of heaven. Joby, understand now? Yes.
We get. Sister Jewel, too much English.
I get it. I get it. But anyway, as we get to the main topic of the day, this is about Equatorial Guinea. And again, we saw Russia coming and helping Burkina Faso, which you just mentioned few minutes ago. It helps Burkina Faso and Niger acquire weapons, real weapons. And the debate, I think we had also this for 2 hours on one of the Tubonge show. What's in for Russia? Because we're talking about right now fighting about in colonization. We're talking about Africa never ever benefiting from its resources and the exportation of the products. We're talking about independency, us creating a common currency. We're talking about literally one currency. We're talking about where we see always us signing deals, but when it comes to our cards, we get the breadcrumbs. They get the full bread. We get only the paper with the breadcrumbs. So what's really going on? What's really going on? Russia has proved or shown interest in Equatorial Guinea's mineral resources, and they're saying that President Vladimir Putin says that Russia companies have a serious, he quotes, interest in extracting minerals resources in Equatorial Guinea. They held talks with Equatorial Guinea President Teodoro. I think this is the hardest name to pronounce of these puppets. The way kid cannot pronounce Anana Kofu Adodo. It's not Ado. I can't pronounce Teodoro. Anyway, Teodoro Guema on Thursday in Moscow, where both leaders agreed to boost bilateral ties. He says the potential investment capacity is big, and your country capacity is developing. This relation is also good. I am referring to the potential to do with above all the extraction of mineral resources. Equatorial Guinea, a small oil-rich country in the central of Africa, is endowed with many mineral resources such as gold, diamond, uranium, and gas. President Guema said that he welcomed Russia companies coming to invest in his country, and he also thanked Russia for reopening its embassy in Equatorial Guinea. So they do have an embassy in Equatorial Guinea. Do you have a Russia embassy in Kenya?
Of course we would have.
So we will check how many embassies, how many countries in Africa have Russia embassy. Try check that. How many countries in Africa have Russia embassy? To see. So, one, it is just recently, actually last year, if I'm not wrong, Equatorial Guinea, this dumbass old puppet, this one, his son was arrested. If I'm not wrong, I'm reporting the right thing. The son was arrested. 39 countries. Damn. Kenya involved?
Probably. Let me see. Does Kenya? Yeah, it has.
Kenya involved, eh?
Kenya opened her embassy in Moscow. Okay. After that is 1964. Repeating.
No, I want Russia embassy in Kenya.
It's accredited to the Republic of Belarus.
It's raining.
They enjoy cordial relations, so I bet there's a Russian embassy. Let me check. Is there a Russian embassy?
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. So my question here is, Equatorial Guinea president is dumb. This guy, it was just recently we were pulling the cars. Let me see if I'm speaking about the right person. It is just recently Keith and I were pulling.
It's actually in Lenana Road, just behind us in Long Road.
Let me see, Equatorial. All right. Oh yeah. We're talking about the same person. Of course, I wanted to confirm that. Okay, I wanted to confirm that. So this guy, Katie, is driving Lamborghini,
Yeah,
Ferrari.
I know her his car collection. It's crazy, mad crazy.
What?
All of my dream cars
Huh?
together
We're talking about Lamborghini, Ferrari.
with the people's money.
Man, huh? He has all types of flexes you can call, all you can call, and the son as well. Okay, and the son as well. The son last year was arrested in what? The airport. Akiwana gold na manini over expenditure of the country, the money of the country. It is just super crazy. So my question right here is it going to be able, with this stupidity of mishandling funds, is it going to be able to understand the benefit he's supposed to get as a person? Do you think Equitorial Guinea is going to understand the benefits?
Of course, when you see
They're
these
supposed
people,
to get from
when
Russia.
you see the Europeans coming to your country and telling you we want to sign a deal with you, they are always looking. They are not looking for a deal where you can be partnership. You can be partners. They are not looking for a partnership deal. They are always looking for to exploit you as African nation. So it is up to now at the Equitorial Guinea president. Of course, we know he's a fool. This person, you don't expect him to table the interest of his people, the Guineans' interest. He's going to table his own. If he's getting 10%, that is good for him. You know, he doesn't care about the growth of the country. He doesn't care about the people of the country or the citizens. He just cares about himself and what he's getting. Him personally.
True.
Yeah.
So personally I also feel the same. I believe actually he is not going to, he might not actually, even if Russia is willing to offer any exchange of whatever they are requesting, I don't think Teodoro is it Teodoro?
Teodoro Nguema.
Yeah, he's I don't think he's gonna be able. And yesterday we were discussing about and we've been talking about it, about how these puppets are not able to even read. Most of them do not understand the deals they signed. This is why we gotten into crisis. Then they end up blaming the previous governments because they are signing. It's all about the money. And then the African mentality, telling the door to like, how much can I put in and how much can I give the nation? That is basically what it is all about. It's just super crazy. And we're gonna see.
Kid wants me to share the car collection images like this.
You are
Kid.
insane, man.
Kid.
You are insane. You are insane, my guy. But unless we do it right here, I think we can do it on the. You can
Are
try
you still with us? Are you still in 2023?
You can try maybe pull it up on the screen right there on the TV. But anyway, that is what is happening with Equatorial Guinea. But probably I think we shall be wrapping it up there. That was our conversation for today and the updates we had for you. And it is raining so hard, and we cut it short because personally I'm really hungry. I want to have some food, and I want to go through the comments before we get to wind up. I see Kid says they don't want to block. I think I read that. And also see you're saying exactly percent, Joby. You get the crabs while they get the whole bread. That is true. And I also see you're saying, Katie, look up the images. Okay. I just see that wasn't that person, Joby. That was the former president of Gabon, who was arrested for stealing money, not the president's son of the Kid. Check up, and I'll check it out for you. Let me just check. The son of the. Let me check out. He was arrested, and actually Spikes was the one giving that report. I remember very clearly. The son of Equitorial Guinea president arrested. Let's see. I want to confirm that for you. Yep. Actually, he was arrested. I remember for last year, but I see in 2017 he was convicted. I don't know, let me see. In 2017 he was convicted, that is the son. In 2022 I also remember he was arrested. I remember Spikes giving the reports. And then in 2023, that was on January 17th. Yeah, let me get the article. I love getting details correctly. Let me see when is the article. When was the article written? Russian. Why is it called Russian? Russian Obiang was arrested and placed under house arrest on suspicion of selling a plane belonging to the country national airline. State television gave the information. And the end of November, the authorities had opened investigation after noticing disappearance of ATR 72-500 aircraft belonging to the national company being sold out. And that is what is happening. And even last year, or 2021, he was also arrested still because of him being found with a lot of, I don't know, it was gold, a lot of stuff, you know, and it was because of the mysteries of the funds and everything. You can see them. I think, let me share that is the car collection of our very own Teodoro.
Nguema.
Let me just call him Nguema. So that is what we have there on the screen. Ferrari, Lamborghini. Yeah, that is the people's money, the overtax paying that we are facing right now, especially as Kenyans. Remember, we told that if you're driving, you also you are rich.
You're rich. You need to pay for wealth tax.
If you import anything that is beyond $500, yeah, you're gonna be taxed. That is what is happening in Kenya right now. If we import anything that is beyond $500, we're going to be taxed. It's super crazy, but that is what is happening. And those were the news and updates of today. And yeah, he stole a whole plane. Imagine, kid, he did. He stole a whole plane. Wanted to steal a whole plane, you know? Yeah.
Tinubu wants to buy a yacht.
We didn't say that, man.
We will talk about that on the Rhythm Scoop.
Yeah, man. Tinubu wants to buy a whole yacht, you know, and the country has disagreed, of course. They have criticized him because of that is the chamber, Nigeria's lower chamber of the parliament. So we'll be highlighting that on the Rhythm Scoop show. But anyway, family, we're coming to the end. Sorry for cutting it short, but it's just 20 minutes or 18 minutes of towards the end of the time. Allow us to have our lunch. We began the show without having anything, and personally I'm dying of ulcers right here. But I want to thank everyone who has been with us. Thank you so much, Keith, for being active right here with us. We appreciate you. Thank you, John Mosquito, Sister Jewel, and Derek Askew, and to everyone who has been with us. Ikan Fire, we appreciate you, and to all our amazing silent listeners, those who shall be catching this on a replay. We hope you do leave your sentiments regarding every discussion we've had, and also smash the like button and go to the Keith Newsome channel. Subscribe in case you've been missing the show's subs. We are growing, and we shall be coming back. That is next week with or another next week, but one with the main channel after Isha. It has been removed, the strike. So family, asanteni sana. I've been the host of today's show, Joby. Peace. See you guys on the Rhythm Scoop show.
Much love, family. I'm also starving.
You're also starving?
Yeah, I'm also starving. See you later on the Rhythm Scoop show.
Yeah, much love. Asanteni sana once again. This is Wakabdinali with Skutambui. I hope you guys get to enjoy this.
Fanya nini Naivasha boy akisi Kenya kuna content nashindwa dunge chingani so nazidunga zote nataka mwage ndani mimi na mwaga kwa matope si ubonga kila mtu kitaka ganji itoke